Thank you so much. Let me bring in Dr. Machanga. Good to have you here, Dr. Machanga. Are you there?
Thank you very much, as usual.
Let's begin.
I am always here.
Let's begin from Japan. During the TICAD meeting, you've seen how the two diplomats are flying on each other. So it appears this particular issue is quite divisive and heated. Not just at
It is
home, just not just at home, but even abroad. Why?
it is it has been like that from 1973. I want to thank you very much, Kennedy, for putting up a very good introduction. I am going for the key points, the killer points. The problem of Western Sahara and the Polisario front is the problem. First of all, I want to make it clear I support Western Sahara. I support Polisario. And I am one of the few people who have spoken up openly without reservations. I want Morocco out of African Union. I don't know why it came back. When Morocco was out of our African Union, we are doing very well. I have no regrets. Those who want to support Morocco, you can support. But Dr. Masanga, never over my dead body. I'm like a Benabeda. I'm like Nyerere. I speak that language of Nyerere. They are gone, but they have left me here. I don't support Morocco's return into African Union because, first of all, Morocco doesn't look at us as the same. We are not the same with Morocco. In fact, Morocco wants to spend more time with European Union. It applied to join European Union. Fellow Africans who are here listening to me today, Morocco applied to join European Union, and it wanted to become a member of European Union, not a member of African Union. Western Sahara is one of the last colonies in the world. Wandera don't just say Africa. It is one of the last colonized people on planet Earth. Tell me one other colony which is colonized. It's only the Sahawaris who are subjected to inhuman treatment by the Kingdom of Morocco. And the Kingdom of Morocco does not work for our interests. It works for European interests and American and then French interests. That's one point. Point number two, we are going to be divided even more every time you go for any election in Africa. And I'm speaking this because Raila Amolo Odinga, whom I support fully to become the AU next chairperson, we are going to have that problem. And for me, I've gone on the side of Algeria. And I will be on the Algerian side. Algeria will field a lady candidate as a vice chair of Raila Amolo Odinga. We are fielding one candidate. Time has come to speak our minds out. There's nothing Morocco will do. Morocco has money, but we have the tools of knowledge, tools of the brains. Time has come. Every meeting they go to, I want to tell you frankly, Wandera, this is not the first meeting they clashed. Every meeting you have to stand. In fact, they have put delegations very far from each other. The mistake comes from African Union. Why did we bring back these guys? 2018, 2017, 2018, we admitted these guys. No sooner had we admitted these guys, do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Polisario and Western Sahrawi Republic told us, told everybody, some of us who are all their friends for a long time, we protested. We did not want Morocco back because the reasons why they left are the reasons why they have come back. They have come back to enslave us. because they have the money, they have the will, but they don't want us black people of the South to come there. It's one of the states that has discriminated black people. It's one of the states, Morocco, Tunisia. You don't have that type of discrimination in Algeria. Go to Algeria, to any hotel, you live like a king. You are not discriminated. You are called a comrade. You are called a friend of Africa. The two states in Africa, Morocco, our black people are being slaughtered. All those south of Sahara who are going up, trying to go to Europe, are being beaten, are being slaughtered, are being killed. It is true. And these are facts. So our bringing back Morocco into African Union is a mistake of the African Union chairperson, Mahamat Faki. We made a mistake. And whoever is going to take over this seat must correct this mistake. We cannot have one state, a satellite state, operating on behalf of the French. I am honest. I'm honest. What will they? What will the French do to me? What? Will they deny me a visa? I don't need a visa to go France. We speak the truth now. The biggest problem we have, Wafula, in Africa, we have nobody who speaks for us. We are on our own. We are double standards. We talked of one small country calling us to crowd in a place, fight there. Have you seen? We are still going. Planes will kill us in the skies, in the Pacific Ocean, where China, where now all African leaders, see, everybody is now preparing fuel, money, dollar. They are going to China. Why can't we bring these people? Why did we build the headquarters of African Union for? I'm not going to criticize. How do you criticize Polisario that has fallen a victim? Polisario France is a victim of circumstances of the very African countries. We should have recognized fully and told Morocco never to come back in our organization until it leaves the territory of Western Sahara. Why do we have double standards? Why do we have double standards? These double standards have made us fight, kill people. There are people dying in Congo because of double standards. There are people dying in Libya because of double standards. There are people dying in Sudan because of double standards. There are people dying in Central African Republic because of double standards. Tell Dr. Matsanga today why African Union cannot stand on its own feet, 2 feet, and tell Morocco to quit. Either it surrenders the territory of Western Sahara or it doesn't belong to us. They can create. Why did they come to us? They don't like us. They can create their own organization. But we don't want one territory in Africa causing us all the trouble that we have. Ladies and gentlemen,
But
I am emotional because
the question that emerges here, Dr. Machanga, of course, is we've seen this particular area or region has been recognized under the African Union. So what stops the African Union to proceed now that Morocco is also part of the African Union and proceed with the progress that was made by the UN, so that then there can be a referendum, so that the people in West Sahara can agree whether to reintegrate into Morocco or they can chart their own way. Why can't the African Union do this? Because looks like many years after the referendum was agreed upon, ceasefire was announced, people are still back where they began, only that then there is no that armed struggle that was witnessed there.
corruption. Every African Union commissioner, chairperson who has come on chair has been corrupt. Corruption. Morocco. Since we brought in Morocco, corruption has been rampant in African Union. And Wandera, I wanted everybody on this platform to record this and keep it as a record before God that we are now about to go for an election in Kenya. And guess what? The country that is going to spoil, a spoiler country. I swear in the name of God. I saw it during Amina's elections. I was there. I took part in the campaign independently. And I brought my numbers of 8 presidents who voted without looking back. The Morocco finally came with money, cash, Total Oil, lady, Jefferson, CEO, came and all delegations turned against Kenya. I took even a photograph using my pen, my spy pen, a video of the Morocco lady giving out money to one of the delegates of Zimbabwe foreign minister. When Mugabe had heard about this the following morning, he sacked the minister. Now, we are going to face the same problem because it's good you brought this topic here so that people must know the dangers of this election, even this one of Raila Amolo Odinga. And this one Morocco is used by another state in the metros of Europe to do all the dirty work on the continent of Africa. It does very dirty work. And you are going to see the problem we have. Where Morocco steps its leg, Algeria runs away. Where Algeria steps its leg, Morocco runs away. So our African Union has been divided because we have made a terrible mistake. And you asked a good question. Why, since 30 years ago, why don't we give these people? And I say decisively, we have recognized you as a state, and a state that has occupied you must not attend our meetings. Why? Corruption. Corruption. Why should you do teams, the nemesis, 2 countries don't see eye to eye? Why do you allow them to come to divide our organization? Why? You have recognized the Polisario Front and the Western Sahara Republic. Let's give it full status and ask Morocco to leave its territory so that they can hoist their flag in their capital city and come as full-fledged members of the African Union. Why have we not done that? Because we are controlled from the metros of Europe. The chairperson currently is controlled. Mohamed Faki is actually one of the few people who brought in Morocco back, accepted Morocco. It paid for his elections. He won the seat. When we went to second round, Amina had to drop out because he couldn't have enough numbers. The people who were on her had to go and vote for Morocco because there was a lady, a chairperson, the CEO of Total Oil Africa, a beautiful tall lady who was specifically sent by Total Oil. Whenever you see Morocco, you see Total Oil. That's why for me, even when AFCOM, when it comes to East Africa, and they are playing in the stadiums in Kivubo and Kasarani and Dar es Salaam, I will close my eyes and go somewhere in China and sleep until it is over. Because I might make a mistake to watch the match. Because it is being fronted, paid, logistically supplied by Total Oil. So we have a problem here. Morocco is a satellite state that keeps Africa fighting. If you see the sides that Morocco takes in Africa, it always takes the sides where France has got interests. So most of the countries in Africa, we have 22 countries so far. In the world, we have very many countries that support Polisario, Western Sahara. But the point of which you made very clearly, why after 30 years? Why has this been dragging on? I'll tell you this. The states, especially America, France, Israel, and other places, they have interests in Morocco. It has become now a very significant focal point for arms shipment across the Atlantic to areas in the Middle East, where you can find that the last few hours, the last few months, arms were shipped from USA. You saw that yourself. You're a journalist, and you saw arms tanks, one of the most powerful tanks shipped across for support in the Middle East crisis. I have a different view about the Middle East crisis, but you can see I'm trying to tell people on this program that Morocco still becomes a focal point of Western influence on Africa via Rabat. Rabat is their peggy boy who goes on and says, where's the problem in Africa? We want that oil rig. We want to capture that country. We want you to open an embassy here. We want you to do that. You want you to promise that. So all the things that we do, this is not the first meeting where people fight and break their backs. Every meeting you go of African Union, if they sit in the counter together, the only place they don't fight is AU. But if you invite Morocco and you have invited the Polisario front, you have to put them very far in hotels, not in one hotel. It's like a dog and its pet that he wants to eat, or hyena and the human being. He will eat you. So the molestation of Sahrawi Republic by Morocco is a result of African Union bad governance that has been there. Because by now, we should have sorted this mess out. Why have we played double standards? We recognize a country, we say it is number 55, but we don't give it full status. We don't ask the occupier to leave. And the occupier comes to sit on the seat, and now, because the occupier has money, controls the whole African Union. And you can't say anything. You don't have the money. So any new chairperson who is going there, like the one I'm supporting, who is Raila Amolo Odinga, if he doesn't work on those programs, it will not take us a long time. We shall call him out. We want these programs to be actionalized. We want the truth. We want either the two countries come and sit down and agree to take a decision on sovereignty of Western Sahara, and Morocco can agree to leave. Why has United States of America not allowed Morocco to leave? Why hasn't forced Morocco to leave? Why? Because of the reasons that I have given. Finally, it is sad that as we sit here, we have over 200,000 refugees in Algeria from Polisario, Western Sahara. We have several of them scattered all over Africa. In Zimbabwe, very many of them. In Kenya, we have. In Uganda, in good states which have recognized, we have Sahrawi refugees. But they have a home occupied by a nation called Morocco. A Morocco nation that says it wants to be more of a member of the European Union, even applied to become a member of the European Union, because there are more whites, there are more Europeans than there are to Africans. So what is the use of them sticking on our organization? Is to control us, manipulate us, take us into different directions, and even make sure they have presence of superpowers of the metros of Europe. I failed through Morocco. So my submission tonight is I support the Western Sahara, the Polisario Front, until I go to heaven, until God calls me. I have no regrets for supporting them. They need their state. You cannot sit on them. You cannot multiply just oppress them, torture them, take their minerals, take so many things of what Western Sahara has. They have stuck there, and therefore, the more we increase support, the more we increase armed support, the more we increase dialogue, the more we push for the two sides. You talk about UN, I had forgotten one point. In 1961, United Nations General Assembly voted the same way that it voted in 1975. Yeah, to give a referendum, 1975 or 1980 something, to give a referendum to Western Sahara. It voted in Abazonia, in Cameroon, under Resolution 1608 of the United Nations General Assembly, that the people of Abazonia, the English-speaking people who are not French, have overwhelmingly voted to have a state called Abazonia. You talk of sitting on them. Look at how many years they have sat on that resolution. And look at how many people are dying as we speak now. How many people are dying in Abazonia? Those who don't know Abazonia, Abazonia is a state close to Biafra, across in Nigeria. They are the same ethnic group. So when you look at it's a resolution mandated, passed by the United Nations General Assembly, but nobody has infected it, has infected the resolution. Nobody can infect it because everybody fears Cameroon, and everybody fears Morocco. Morocco is feared because Morocco is a point, as I've told you. Morocco has got resources that everybody wants, and those resources are in Sahara. So the more they dig the resources, the more they take out the resources from Western Sahara, the better for the French to remain and to push and to strengthen the arm of Morocco, the oppressor. I end and I land the mic by saying I support the Western Sahara Polisario Front.
Thank you, Dr. Bashanga. Let me bring in Dr.